Few teams that are serious about making the playoffs, you should use the last month of August as warm up. Get yourself back into playing shape, because a lot of you that got eliminated early in the Leagues Cup, like Seattle, LA Galaxy, Atlanta, y'all have had some time off for a while now. But come after Labor Day, that'll be either match day 31 or 32. It's going to be go time for everybody. So some of you don't have, y'all can't afford making mistakes. Some of you can't afford to settle for draws. In one of those clubs that can't afford to settle for a draw is International Miami. Now, one thing I want to say is this. If International Miami manages to make the playoffs from being dead last right now, it will not be because Major League Soccer helped them. Because looking at the current standings in the East, I see 6 to 7 teams that International Miami can surpass in order to get an 8th or 9th seed. I repeat, I see 6 clubs right now that are ahead of International Miami that Miami can surpass to secure the 8th or the 9th seed. All International Miami have to do is take care of business. Don't focus on what other teams are doing, but just focus on what they're doing. That same chemistry, trust, and skill that they have gained with Messi on the club, just translate it over into MLS regular season. Now, International Miami, this is something that you have to keep in mind. MLS competition during this race to decision day is going to be more fierce than Leagues Cup. This race to decision day is going to be much more aggressive than Leagues Cup competition. Why? Well, because there was a lot of MLS teams who didn't really take Leagues Cup. Well, let me make sure I say the right word. They did take it serious, but there is a lot of teams where winning Leagues Cup is not on the top of the priority list. It just wasn't. But when it comes to MLS playoffs, MLS Cup playoff qualification, it is a top priority for a lot of teams. And a lot of coaches and people in the front office are going to lose their jobs this offseason if they don't qualify for MLS Cup playoffs. Why? Because Apple TV benefits. You see, Apple TV has made it easier for teams to make the playoffs. So it's a really bad look on your organization if you missed the playoffs this year, because they expanded it. More opportunities are available. And here's another thing. There are now playoff series. It's no longer one and done. There are playoff series. So there is more money to be made by MLS clubs in the playoffs. This is why a lot of people in MLS front offices are going to lose their jobs if they don't make the playoffs, because their clubs are going to be missing out on a lot of Apple TV playoff revenue. This is why playoff qualification is a top priority for a lot of MLS clubs over winning Leagues Cup. It matters. So it's going to be tougher, International Miami. But all you have to do is just take care of business. Focus on yourself. You take care of business and you do what you're supposed to do, you will clinch an 8th or a 9th seed, no doubt in my mind, or even higher. Because there are 6 teams. I'm looking at the standings right now as I'm talking. There are 6 teams that I'm looking at that you can surpass. I'm not going to say who those teams are now. But there are 6 teams that I see that you can pass. Because these 6 teams, I'm not sure about them.